The Council of Europe, with its integrated and cross-disciplinary approach to cultural heritage, encourages societies to assert the principle of every person's right of access to the cultural heritage of his or her choice, while respecting the rights and freedoms of others. The Faro Convention Action Plan advocates an enhanced definition of heritage as a set of processes and a dynamic force to deal with heritage governance. It also explores the role of heritage in addressing societal changes and encourages cooperation for inclusive policies.
C'est une plateforme, on va dire, de recherche et d'action qui réunit des chercheurs, des élus locaux, des associations, la société civile et le Conseil de l'Europe pour voir comment cette convention est concrètement appliquée sur le terrain, les questions qu'elle pose, comment elle est appliquée dans des contextes autant ruraux que des grandes villes, comment elle est appliquée dans 47 pays qui ont des histoires différentes. Et donc c'est ce processus de dialogue continu entre une institution, des niveaux on va dire ministériels et des gens qui concrètement tous les jours mettent en œuvre cette convention.
Perché di fatto la Convenzione di Faro ha strutturato in un modo ampio, essendo una convenzione europea, e anche in un modo metodologicamente organizzato e codificato quei principi su cui sostanzialmente lavoriamo tutti i giorni.
This is something that empowers really and make them reassures them in what they do, especially young people.
The Faro Convention is one of the most important conventions in the field of cultural heritage of the Council of Europe. It is a convention that provides a framework for a more democratic governance of cultural heritage. It is about cultural heritage. It is about how different projects around cultural heritage can be done more in contact with the people through the appropriate partnerships.
The action plan is designed to translate the principles of the Faro Convention into practice. It provides field-based knowledge and expertise for member states to better understand its potential, as it gives life, shape, and meaning to the concepts expressed in the Convention.
On va avoir une mixité entre les institutions européennes, des niveaux ministériels, des élus locaux et des sociétés civiles, des habitants. Il y a des temps, on va dire, plus de conférences, mais il y a aussi des temps d'ateliers, de dialogue entre ces différents niveaux. Et puis après, il y a aussi très concrètement, systématiquement, d'aller sur le terrain. Parce que la Convention de Faro, elle se comprend avec la tête, mais aussi avec ses pieds. C'est-à-dire qu'il faut aussi aller marcher, aller rencontrer les gens, discuter, comprendre les problématiques, comprendre les enjeux, pour après se remettre au travail. Donc c'est jamais séparer, on va dire, l'approche théorique de la mise en œuvre concrète et des enjeux européens comme des enjeux locaux.
The operational structure is conceived to promote the Faro Convention and Action Plan at local, national, and international levels, encouraging civil society-based initiatives to work with the members of the Faro Convention Network.
Le Conseil de l'Europe a mis en place un système pour permettre à des initiatives qui appliquent Faro de lui faire remonter directement l'information en disant on est en train de mettre en œuvre la Convention de Faro dans notre ville, dans notre village, dans notre association, pour qu'ils puissent identifier des dynamiques et à partir de là, si ces processus croisent des priorités du Conseil de l'Europe, comme c'était le cas par exemple à Fontecchio où dans un petit village la maire a fait adopter par son conseil municipal la Convention de Faro il y a 3 ans, et qu'elle utilise pour une rénovation urbaine après le tremblement de terre, c'est une des priorités du Conseil de l'Europe. Donc là, on voit bien combien la Convention de Faro, une priorité du Conseil de l'Europe, et là, on met en place une plateforme d'échange entre la société civile et les différentes universités chercheurs. En Lituanie, ça va être parce que la Lituanie interpelle en disant qu'ils sont en train ils veulent signer la Convention de Faro, et du coup, c'est une occasion aussi avec une douzaine de pays de faire cette plateforme à nouveau d'échange.
Welcome to Faro meeting in Lithuania. And I should give you some technical information.
Donc c'est plus on va dire des interpellations de la part des gens qui mettent en œuvre Faro, qui donnent l'opportunité ensuite de faire des formats qui sont différents, qui sont le Faro Meeting, l'approche de présentation et de partage de ce qu'est la Convention de Faro.
La Convenzione di Faro, con le passeggiate patrimoniali, con le comunità patrimoniali, cioè con tutto il valore che attribuisce ai testimoni del patrimonio, ci dà uno strumento molto importante in questo senso.
Ci siamo avvicinati alla Convenzione Faro attraverso il Consiglio d'Europa nel 2000 e alla fine del 2015 e abbiamo iniziato a proporre nella città capofila che è Forlì e nelle città associate ad Atrium un metodo che traesse ispirazione appunto dalla Convenzione Faro.
Et dans le cadre du plan d'action Faro, chaque année, à la fin de l'année, le Conseil de l'Europe réunit ce qui s'appelle le réseau de la Convention de Faro, c'est-à-dire les gens qui les facilitateurs, les gens qui mettent en œuvre la Convention de Faro, qui ont participé à ces différents workshops, ateliers, meetings, pour tirer le bilan de ces rencontres, mais surtout pour identifier des nouvelles priorités pour l'année à venir.
The Faro Convention Network is based on the idea of self-management, where heritage communities are able to self-assess, monitor, and evaluate their position against the set of Faro Convention principles and criteria. Interdependence of this network is strengthened through a series of actions, developing solidarity and exchanges among its members. This approach acknowledges and values the existing wisdom, knowledge, and capacities in each heritage community.
Lavoriamo fin dall'inizio in totale simbiosi con la rete europea del patrimonio di Faro e siamo molto orgogliosi di appartenerci e di riportare in questa rete le nostre esperienze e di imparare dalle esperienze degli altri, perché in effetti è come se questa comunità parlasse la stessa lingua, al di là degli idiomi. Siamo uniti da una sorta di Esperanto, che è il valore che sappiamo attribuire al nostro patrimonio ed è un valore che nella sua profondità è davvero una cifra comune di questa Europa.
On travaille, c'est aussi de populariser Faro dans le réseau des capitales européennes de la culture comme un des formats qu'ils devraient utiliser quand ils pensent à leur programme et la participation des habitants.
They see that it's something that unites them with the outside world. They are not alone in this fight. So there are a lot of people out there in different countries, all across Europe and beyond Europe, which have similar problems, and especially this is true for the young people. It's very important for them to see this connection with an outside world, and I think Faro does this very well.
Faro Convention spotlights focus on specific heritage-led actions in line with the political priorities of the Council of Europe. These actions actively investigate the potential role of heritage in addressing societal changes in order to analyze and make subsequent recommendations to promote these actions in the member states.
In questi ultimi quasi 2 anni abbiamo svolto molte attività, iniziato prima di tutto nella comunicazione della Convenzione Faro ai cittadini, istituito una consulta o commissione della cultura, iniziato un percorso di formazione attraverso attraverso il metodo della Public History ai cittadini, alle guide, agli operatori culturali per condividere attività di narrazione partecipata del patrimonio dissonante.
Not much attention has been put in how we can repopulate this area and how can we move on. So having the Faro Convention coming to Fontecchio, thanks to our mayor that introduced this to us, it's been a great way, a great platform for our community to try and claim our heritage and have more decision making in the process.
The Faro Convention Network identifies a specific issue every year and uses it to organize a research study and visibility event in order to draw attention to the Faro Convention approach. Participants from different academic circles and interested civil society organizations analyze the situation in the selected area and make recommendations for community-based actions.
One of the main and one of the most interesting points that we stressed out is basically the need of new professions, new skills, and also of a real participation, a real involvement of local communities in all the process of decision making.
On va collecter les points de vue des chercheurs et des acteurs de la société civile pour construire une ou des méthodologies en lien avec les objectifs et les principes de Faro.
Para nosotros es una muy buena oportunidad poder estar aquí en el workshop de la Convención de Faro en Fontecchio, porque para nosotros es muy importante tener el marco teórico que esté relacionado con todo el trabajo que nosotros estamos haciendo con las comunidades patrimoniales en la provincia de Castellón. Nuestra red de comunidades patrimoniales está formada por poblaciones del interior de la provincia de Castellón.
What we have been doing yesterday and the first contacts with the local community was really excellent, because we can see that there's such a strong identification of them with their home, with their houses, and also with the built heritage. I think the strong advantage of the Faro Convention is that it is a holistic approach, that it combines built heritage, intangible aspects, and also the use of heritage. And that is exactly what is needed in a situation like that we have here, in the situation of crisis. And for us scientists, it's very good, because we can learn, and not only learn by reading or looking at pictures from a site, but we can feel and hear and talk to the people and get a first-hand experience of the situation we have here.
Au regard de la Convention de Faro, ce qui est intéressant dans le cadre de ma recherche de doctorat, c'est cette idée que les initiatives, elles viennent des communautés et de la société, et qu'elles sont portées par des acteurs qui vont réussir à faire aboutir ces projets. Et ce sont souvent des projets qui prennent de l'envergure. Il est souvent question d'échanges de bonnes pratiques, et j'ai l'impression qu'avec la Convention de Faro, on rentre vraiment dans le vif du sujet.
The Faro Convention in Action is an active learning platform where the Faro Convention Network builds on its good practices and generates dynamic dialogue among practitioners, facilitators, and heritage stakeholders. Through the ongoing action process and reflection, the Faro Convention Network seeks to identify the changing needs of societies and build on pan-European know-how in order to address challenges at local, national, and international levels.
Here, I think, is where Faro has a potential role in a town where there are heritage elements, tangible and intangible, and maybe by building on a momentum that is already here among the community, we can start to put the building blocks together for a rehabilitation of the town in an integrated and sustainable way.
The Faro Convention is very helpful for the village Machrani, because me and my team during the last 4 years we tried to work in the village to develop the village in terms of the culture and in terms of the economy. But we did not know the models and prototypes, how the economical models work for the old villages with huge cultural heritages. And this process was very encouraging for me and my team, that yeah, it's possible that we are not only one in the world.
People can effectively express their opinion and listen to each other and reach a consensus that they can all live with. It's something they need to produce as a group. The result does not represent 100% any particular perspective, but all the perspectives are reflected, they are taken into consideration, and the group product is produced that all the participants can support.
So the question is, Faro, can it really help the local community? I think definitely it can. It is a new understanding, and I think the new narrative of Faro is that it is not the traditional preservation narrative. The traditional preservation narrative is like, we have some important buildings and the expert defines the important buildings, and then the local community has to do a big effort to preserve it. And in Faro the narrative is different. The narrative is, what is the benefit for the local community? And when we have this benefit clear and everyone understands the benefit, then the preservation of the building is a tool to improve the quality of life for the people. And I think this is exactly the spirit.
È un po' quello che ha sintetizzato Marcel Proust in una sua bellissima frase che dice: per fare un vero viaggio di scoperta non c'è bisogno di avere nuovi luoghi, ma basta avere nuovi occhi. E se noi saremo in grado di dare questi nuovi occhi alle persone che con quei nuovi occhi sappiano rivedere meglio il loro patrimonio e il loro territorio, potremmo dire di aver raggiunto uno dei tanti obiettivi che anche la Convenzione di Faro ci chiama a raggiungere.
working with all relevant stakeholders from the community level to civil society organizations, schools, academia, local and national authorities and institutions, the Faro Convention Action Plan ultimately aims at creating a space for multiple narratives and perspectives through heritage.